what do you do to deal with all these bad messages and like this kind of like people that doesn't show their faces or even the real names and just, you know, just try to insult you, or because it's really, really easy when you are anonymous to push your in other people. So what do you do as YouTubers, or I mean, how do you deal with that?
Block them is the, you know. For the longest time, I kind of was like, oh, you know, everyone has a right to this free speech, but you know what, if they're just bullying you or bullying your friends, then it can have a real negative effect on your mental health to read that day in, day out. So I think it's really important to use that block button. For my first 2 years on YouTube, I didn't block a single person, and as soon as I started like blocking people, my life became so much better. So honestly, block them, hide them, get rid of them. Unless they're, you know, offering like, if it's criticism but it's polite and it's respectful, don't block those people, engage those people in dialogue. I think that's important.
We kind of think of our YouTube channel as like, it's a common space, but I think people can use their hate as a kind of graffiti, and deleting things is just like cleaning off that graffiti. And I think there was one negative comment that was like insulting me about being bi, and I got quite angry about it and I replied to it, and I really regretted replying to it afterwards. I wish I'd just deleted it and moved on, because I don't think that's such a terrible thing to delete things that make you unhappy. It's like if you've got a toxic friend in your life, I think sometimes it's better to just say goodbye.
Or give them the middle finger.
Hey! Hi, so I have my name's Kimberly. I have a question for the director actually about the documentary. So while I think that LGBT and YouTube and YouTubers who are LGBT is super important and it's done a lot for our community and that needs to continue growing, I do also think it's important for LGBT awareness to happen outside of the YouTube sphere, especially for people outside of the LGBT community to understand us, to learn more about us, and to be more accepting of us. So my question for you, going back to the point about diversity on YouTube and the LGBT community, what is your process, and have you considered how you are going to make your documentary diverse as far as talking to the LGBT community and not just, you know, gay white men, not just a certain type of person or a stereotype, but making sure that you represent the LGBT community fully in your documentary? Thank you.
Yeah, so it definitely came part of the pitching process, and definitely something our university push was that diversity part of the documentary, because it is easy to fall into, as you said, certain only focusing on, it's like one letter of the community. So I think we have managed to get a range of different size YouTubers and different sexualities. I think we have, unfortunately, the documentary focuses slightly more heavily on sexuality rather than gender, and I think the point with that is, I think, and going back to what can people do, I think filmmakers end up focusing on what they know themselves. So my experience predominantly is sexuality on YouTube, and so then I really say, if you have the ability to make content, and if you are transgender or understand that community, then you are much better to make that content than myself. And I think so that's why I use my experience to make this, and I encourage everyone else, if you have your own story and if you understand a different aspect, making that content yourself, because you're the best person, you're most likely to understand it, and then we can then learn from that and kind of that side of it. So he definitely was part of our process in terms of what contributors we wanted, and we are hoping to get an outside perspective of hoping someone from like a talent management agency or someone from people who write about YouTube to kind of get their angle, so not just within the community but also the kind of perspective from the outside as well. So yes, it definitely was a part of our conscious decision. I hope we've done a good job, hopefully.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I am.